Mrs. Beaver
and Mrs. Fisher.
back for day 2 of our egg experiment.
Excellent job.
What we've done so far is taken the egg out of the vinegar solution, rinsed it off with distilled water, then patted it dry. We have measured the circumference using a strip of paper, and we recorded the data, the circumference on each cup. We've got 2 cups that we're going to put distilled water in, and we've got 2 cups that we're going to put corn syrup in, sugar. So we will be pouring the corn syrup over 2 of the containers. And why are we doing 2 containers instead of just 1?
Well, Mrs. Beaver, you know that I'm a little bit of a klutz, right? So if I would accidentally break one of the eggs, because they're kind of really rubbery and pliable in there, they're easy to break, I have a backup.
Excellent. Plus, repeatability. Remember, science is all about being able to repeat your experiment. So before we put our syrup in, we do need to take that qualitative measurement or qualitative measurements. Remember, those are the descriptions. So what does that look like? I better not break on the computer.
It's a little bit flexible, right? And it's kind of yellowish, whitish tan colored. It looks a little bit puffy, for a better word. Maybe a little swollen.
Well, the vinegar is acetic acid, and one of the largest components is water. So water has moved into the cell, the plasma membrane, because remember that shell is gone. So now all we've got left is the plasma membrane, the cell membrane. So osmosis has occurred, and we're going to see what happens next after we put the Karo syrup, the corn syrup in. So we've got 2. So you should be completely covering your egg at home. You can see there's a little bit of a space there at the bottom. We'll wait and make sure that it goes down.
If it doesn't, we might need a little bit bigger cup just to make sure it covers down around, but it looks like it's moving down. Yeah, Mrs. Fuller didn't think about that.
Could have taken the egg out.
Yeah,
in your experiment, take the egg out, pour a little bit of corn syrup, put the egg in, and more on top, so it's completely coated and covered with that corn syrup.
When you're going to film something, practice it ahead of time so that this doesn't happen.
Mrs. Fisher now is going to do the same thing Mrs. Beaver did with the other 2 eggs, but I'm going to use distilled water. And the reason that we're using distilled water, it has no extra anything in it. It's actually had everything, all the minerals and extra stuff actually filtered out of it. So it's just
pure H2O.
Thank you.
Pure H2O.
Yeah. All right, so we're just going to cover that up.
We like to talk in chemical formulas.
Okay, we're covered with the distilled water.
24 hours, they need to sit in the corn syrup and the water, and we'll test the results and get the data tomorrow. Have fun doing your own experiment.
See you tomorrow. And don't forget